What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 45 of our Wolves career mode, and today we are going to finish up the January transfer window. I believe we also have 2 games in here as well, but we're going to do the rest of the window and see how things work out. We have Southampton and Crystal Palace, and we're going to get through the window and up to the Villa game. We're not going to play the Villa game. Most of the bids tend to come in here. But we'll get through the rest of the window, and then next episode we'll be into the meat of the season, you know, doing our usual thing. Of course, yesterday, not the greatest of starts to the season, of course. Losing our opening day as Saiz has been sold, and an offer is coming for, oh, God, that's a neat little bid, that. Martinelli and $10 million for Connor Cody. It's just unfortunately not one of those positions of need at this moment in time. But yes, losing our opening day to West Ham, losing the Super Cup 2-1 to Leicester as well. But we did go ahead and beat Manchester United, which is good. So, you know, it's okay. It's not great. If it happened the other way around, maybe it's a little bit better looking, you know. But yeah, not the greatest of starts, and after 2 games we sit in 10th. But hopefully we can get back on track here, or continue to get back on track. We have Southampton. We haven't started too well, but hopefully we can ride Samuel Guijo. I'm not sure who that is. But yeah, hopefully we can ride our United win to back-to-back victories in the league. So let's jump into this. Southampton Wolves. Let's go. Nicely played forward. Here's Lucas. Cuts back inside. Sees Jimenez. There's a lot of space out there for Traore, and Traore gets onto this. Slips it in. Plenty of space. 1-0. And that is the first chance from either team all game long. Half hour it takes, but we've taken the lead. And as you can see, a couple of you have been mentioning to me, I guess it hadn't come up just yet. The new kits, the third kits, we're wearing them. The maroon, they look good. This is a good ball across. Plenty of space for Neves, and he just smacks it home. It's a good move, and it's a decent start here. As I said, not any real chances so far, but we're the ones to take the lead here. 1-0. Nicely done. That slipped into a really good space here to Lucas, and Lucas keeps it going here. Gets to the byline. It's a good turn inside. And it's Lucas. Oh, he smashed the outside of the post. I thought he put that well wide for a moment, actually. It was a lot closer than it seemed like it would originally be. But off the post. Not very far away. As Jimenez gets it forward. And Southampton are set to clear. Nice takeaway here. We can slip it through nicely. It's Podence. And Podence can clip it back post. Lovely header. Nicely done. 2-0. And that's what happens when you give the ball away there for us. Podence gets released. He's in so much space. And the perfect clip ball into the middle. And Jimenez heads it home. It's nicely done. There's Podence now. Just clips it in. Perfect. Jimenez stretches. Heads it into the back of the net. Nicely done. And it's 2-0 here on the hour. Nicely done. Oh, that's a really good ball right through the gap. And Patanga! He's done well to chip. Jesus. They've pulled it back rather quickly, haven't they, Southampton? That's a really good finish. I didn't even pull the goalkeeper there. He's just come out just a little bit. And that's an excellent finish. And it's brought them right back into the game. Look at the gap right through the middle here. That's a really good finish. In a circumstance like that where they need a goal. A very good finish here, and it's 2-1 with 62 minutes gone. They scored that goal really quickly. Nice takeaway high up the pitch, and it's slipped through, and it's Jimenez here, touches it and finishes it. Tried to touch it around the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper did pretty well, but we opened the angle once again off one of their mistakes. And that's the third. And it has once again opened up our 2-goal gap. Another big mistake at the back from Southampton. It's a good tackle. A ball in here. Touches it. Just opens it up a little bit. And it's a nice little finish into the bottom corner there. Right away from the goalkeeper. Well done. Jimenez is second. It's 3-1 on 70 minutes. Here's Neves now. Can we grab another goal to seal this game up? It's going to come to Jimenez here. Jimenez on a hat trick. Gets it. What a finish. And that's game over. 4-1 the score. And back to our free-flowing selves a little bit in this game. Moving the ball forward better, of course, but they've also contributed a little bit with a couple of mistakes. But this is a good finish. Neves draws the center back in. Jimenez in plenty of space. And an excellent, excellent finish from the striker. It's his hat trick. And that should do it. 4-1, 10 minutes to go. It's a nice turn in here. Jimenez trying to get off the back here. And that's an excellent little back heel. And Neves can get it out there to Podence. And we can get it back to Neves. Lovely football. 5-1. Just adding on a little bit here at the end. That's lovely stuff, though, to be completely fair. And Neves smashes home the 5th. It's an excellent result. Gets us off, to our normal flying selves. Could have finished that off with Podence, but we made it a little bit more easier. Or a little bit easier, I suppose. Going back the other way. Back inside. And with 30 seconds to go, we are going to come away with a very nice win. 5-1 the final. An excellent result, an excellent performance. High pressing, free-flowing attacking moves as well. And we needed some of that after the start to this season. But a very nice win as Leicester go to United and win 3-2. It's a good result for them. A good win. Good win for them. And that puts us further ahead of United there, who haven't started too well on their own either. But that moves us up to 6th after 3 games. A nice spot to be in. Not too bad. But next we have Crystal Palace, which isn't going to be necessarily a walk in the park. They like to set up and hit you on the break. And we like to play open, expansive football. So you may say that plays into our hands just a little bit. We'll find out, of course, as we get into this game. We're going to see if there are any more transfer offers and things like that. Because we're not going to bring anybody in unless we move some players out. So, it's one of those situations currently. We have a couple matches rescheduled, which means we've gotten our Champions League group. Of course, holders of the Champions League right this season, which is pretty incredible to say. But let's see who we get in the group. Moscow, Atalanta, and Salzburg. So, that's a group we ought to get out of. That's one of the easier groups we probably could have asked for. That's not really anything else to say there other than the fact that we ought to get out of that group. That's really one of those things. An offer's come in for Patricio, and you know what? Now that that's been mentioned, £12 million from Benfica. Maybe a goalkeeper is where we ought to go. Maybe a goalkeeper is something we ought to be looking at right this moment in time as well. I completely forgot about the goalkeeper. Let's take a look at a couple of things. See if we have any in the transfer hub. If not, right before the game, I'll tag a few. But I completely forgot about goalkeeper. Something we wanted to do a little bit there, because I don't normally go for goalkeeper, but Patricio's been really, really good to us. So let's jump into this Crystal Palace game. Everyone's fit and ready to go. I think I'm going to start Guendouzi ahead of Coop Miners, but other than that, I'm going to check out some goalie alternatives. Not alternatives, because I don't really want to push Patricio out, but we'll see what we can do at goalkeeper for now. So let's jump into this. Palace, Wolves. Let's go. Nicely done. We slip that through, and St. Maximin's on it here. Tries to stretch the goalkeeper. Does manage to get it across to Jimenez anyway. Brilliant ball. And a great take from Jimenez, who's given us an early lead here, 1-0. That's excellent by St. Maximin. He kind of stretched there. I thought for a moment the goalie might not stretch as quickly he has, but he's turned back inside and threaded this ball through. Goes right by a couple. The touch is excellent to take it away from another. Right here, look at that. Brilliant touch. And then he's just kind of touched it into the bottom corner. That's an excellent, excellent goal. And it's 1-0 on 12 minutes. Nice movement here, and they've got a couple of men forward. Oh, that's a good ball into that space. Oh, it's a good finish as well. I thought we might have cut across it. The space opened when we followed the other man there. And on 32 minutes, Crystal Palace have leveled it up here. It's a nice play here. I've kind of stretched, see, to cover the other man. Then it gets played into that gap. It's a good finish. Patricio comes out and can't get it. And Aaron Barry, I'm not sure who that lad is, but either way, he's leveled it up for Crystal Palace. 1-1. Nice ball forward. Oh, he's managed to get a hold of that. Back inside. Here's Mayoral. It's a nice turn inside. I'm not sure who fell down out wide here, but it's a good ball in, and it's 2-1 to Palace. Jesus, it's a good break. And that's what we were talking about beforehand. It's Tammy Abraham here at Crystal Palace who scored the goal, and now they lead. It's a good turnaround for Palace, but not ideal from us. Someone fell out there. I stretched him a little bit. Couldn't close him down enough. It's Semedo who just fell over out there. That is so annoying. And right before halftime, Palace have taken the lead. Guendouzi plays it out wide to Johnny, and there's space for Johnny. He's going to continue running here. Now can he find that ball in? It's a good ball. Can we get there? We can, but couldn't quite finish it off. And he gets it out wide back to Semedo. And Semedo plays it to the top of the box. Player runs right on by it. And then he's eventually offside. Jeez, big opportunity. Traore gets it in. Guendouzi still holding on to it. It's a nice turn. Finds Jimenez here, and out wide is St. Maximin, who's going to get onto this. Cuts back inside. St. Maximin, ball at the top of the box, and it's Sanchez. Big block. When it comes to Traore, he's finished it. I thought for a moment he might be offside. He isn't. And we've leveled it here, 2-2. And now it's anybody's game. Back on a knife edge. It's a good finish from Traore. I thought he was offside here after the shot. It's come all the way to Sanchez. His shot's blocked. It falls right to Traore. Aware enough as he smacks it into the back of the net. Half hour to go. Can we turn on the pressure? Perhaps take the lead. Nicely done. Here's Jimenez. Playing it forward. Finds Sanchez here. Can we get it back to Jimenez? We can. Good touch from Jimenez. Oh, huge save. Oh, with 5 minutes to go, that is a massive, massive save. Corner comes in. It's going to get punched away all the way out to St. Maximin. And St. Maximin is choosing to come forward. It comes to Neves. Neves is still holding on to it. Slips it back into a really good spot. St. Maximin slides it across. Brilliant from St. Maximin. That's brilliant, and Traore stabs home the lead here with 5 minutes to go. That is a massive, massive, massive goal, and what a take and move there by St. Maximin here. Just slips back inside, touches into that space, and a great ball across. And it's slammed home by Traore. What is it, 88th minute? It's 3-2. They've been a threat all game, Palace. This isn't over just yet. But that is a humongous goal. Now can we hold on? A minute to go. Sanchez is on it here, and Jimenez looks to make the run in behind, and he has. And it's Jimenez to finish it. That's not the finish I was looking for. And I'm offside as well. 3 minutes added on. I wanted him to go on his right foot. I'm not sure why he took it with his left. Could get it around the goalkeeper. It's a good header down. And now hearts in mouths moment. That is a good block by Connor Cody, who's way up the pitch. There's a lot of space back here now. And Guendouzi is going to get onto it, and that should do it. A late win here over Crystal Palace. As we add another 3 points to the tally in the league. That is a huge win. And St. Maximin, as we've said before with St. Maximin, he's not in every game. There are a lot of games he doesn't really get into. But when he's in games, he is controlling everything. And that was one of those games where St. Maximin was absolutely essential to what we wanted to do. That is a huge, huge goal and a huge assist from the former Newcastle man. Now, we're going to get toward deadline day, see if any bids come our way, and then we're going to go ahead and go across as well. Though I'm going to have to be right back because naturally the game froze. So give me 1 second. All right, here we are. We're back after that weird freeze. But we're going to get through deadline day and move ourselves through the first couple of weeks of September as well, where a lot of bids and things tend to come in. I mean, that happened in our Leipzig career mode, where all the action happened right after deadline day, which tends to happen a lot here. Though I haven't seen too many bids come our way in terms of, you know, the itch to sell a couple of players. It just hasn't happened yet. None of those crazy bids have come in from anybody yet. As Kimpembe and Gigo come into Arsenal, Klosterman, Gene, Mavropanos, Mustafi, and Aubameyang all out at Arsenal. Goretzka goes to Liverpool for £117 million, and offers come in from Real Madrid for Guendouzi. That would have to be a huge bid, and more than, I'm not even going to mess around there. That would have to be a really big bid. They said we can sell him between 34 and 51. It would have to be upwards of 70 if I wanted to move Guendouzi on. As I said, we haven't been expecting, or I'm not expecting any humongous bids or anything for anybody that we're looking to move on. As an offer has come in from Barcelona for Jimenez for £109 million. New. Jimenez will not be going anywhere. There are a couple of players who, regardless of the bid, aren't going anywhere. Jimenez, Traore, Neves. Those are, you know, three big players who are just not going anywhere regardless of what happens. And hopefully nothing crazy happens to that end, as Jorginho has moved to Leicester for £37 million. That's an odd one. But it looks like we are going to get through the window without anything crazy happening. And as soon as I say that something happens, offer... What is this? What? Barcelona have agreed to pay the $7.8 million release clause for Fabio Silva? I can't... First of all, Juventus have offered Coutinho and $3 million. Coutinho's 30. Nah, we'll hold off on that. I cannot believe Fabio Silva, who moved to Wolves in real life, in the game as well, for £35 million, has a £7.8 million release clause. That's not something we should even be having to deal with here. I mean, it's absolutely incredible that that's even something I have to look out for. That there should be no way that that stuff's happening. We also have a lot of... we're going to delegate renewal. Give him whatever he wants, really. A £59 million release clause and a £69 million wage. I'll accept that, though. I mean, I am stunned that that is something we're dealing with here. Absolutely stunned. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago, that Dendoncker offer would have been something I looked at. But maybe not so much right now. We'll see what's happened, I guess, with Jimenez, though I kept on rolling through it. Okay, so he's not going anywhere, which is good. Connor Cody, £48 million bid from Juventus. Another player who's not going anywhere. There are a couple players I'm willing to let go if some good bids come in. You know, Connor Cody, you know, that's one of those players. It's just, do I have to do this again? I keep forgetting about that every year with the training stuff. But it's one of those things where I cannot believe I'm looking at that. And then Dendoncker is one of those things too, where I need that bid to be higher. 84 overall, he's younger. Those bids need to be higher than the $44 million that they've been looking to offer. The teams have been offering. But as you can see, after 4 games, we're back into third. Only Tottenham and Leicester sit above us, so you know that West Ham loss isn't looming too large just yet. But I would have liked to start off in a good way, and it doesn't look like anything's going to happen. So next episode, we'll get back into the Villa game. This will be it, as we've drawn Norwich in the Carabao Cup. So we'll be playing Aston Villa, Moscow in the Champions League, and then Everton in the league. And that'll happen next episode, guys. But I hope you've enjoyed this one. Of course, stay tuned for more. And peace.